this is who they are. They're all horrible. And if we remember Bethany Mandel, who wrote a book on woke, she was asked about, well, what is woke? Here, let's play this.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional...
What does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
It's incredible.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that...
What? Oopsie. Boopy.
This is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it.
We spent an entire chapter. It is sort of the
understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. Sorry, it's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Yeah, take your time.
Take your time. Take your time. Well, take your time. I'm trying to... What is the other one? I was trying to find that... Wah, wah, wah. I couldn't find it. So I was just pressing any... Oh, how about this? No. I mean, that's the gong. Doesn't really sound like the Gong Show, though. I gotta get some more better things here. Thingity thing. Anyway, so Chaya Wright chick did the same thing. She was speaking at this Republican club. That's what they do, because this is what happens all over the country. So she's at this young Republican meeting of very terrible terrible people who they're confused. Some of them might wake up. They'll get a girlfriend who's not an asshole or a boyfriend or something like that, and they'll be like, "Why are you such a dick?" And maybe they'll be like, They'll start looking at themselves. Who knows? They're still young. They have hope. They have hope. But the other young people, I won't say most, but there were a fair amount of young people that were there to challenge this dumb bitch and ask her questions. And one of them, this is why I hate this woman. She's really the worst. And they asked, she was very upset because, well, not very upset, but she said, "What's so funny?" Well, I guess one of them was laughing at her, because she's ridiculous. And he's the one that asked her, "Well, can you define woke?" This has to be a thing now. Everyone needs to ask them to define woke. Here we go.
Country. It's the greatest country in the history of the world.
Oh, wait. It's the greatest. This is the beginning. Some of these people are being escorted off the property and trespassed for standing up to this hate-mongering fool. All right, here we go.
So, do you have a question? Is there something funny?
Is there something funny? You have a question? Is there something funny? She's easily triggered. Everyone's picking her. She's the one that coined the phrase cry bully. But she bullies everybody, right? If anybody challenges her, you're bullying her. But she can dox you. She can spread lies about you. And of course, a blanket hatred of the groups that she, especially, the gay and the trans people, she hates the most. Because it's all about the children, Well, the children need to be as hateful and horrible as she is. And forget gay children or trans children. They need to be bullied, and they need to, I guess, simply commit suicide in her world, right? That's the world she's comfortable in. The world of not understand, of misunderstanding, the world of division, the world of scapegoating and who's in the minority group du jour to blame everything on and kick down on. God help us. You see, Republicans can't get their ultimate end of destroying democracy if we are unified. If we see through them, then it's like they disappear. They have no power. It's like they've been dividing us forever. That's always been the way. That the elites and their mouthpieces and anybody that wants to keep people, divided and down and at each other's throats, that's what they do. They just tickle all the fissures of disunity and difference. There's no understanding. They think diversity is a dirty word, even though this is a diverse nation of immigrants. I mean, it's talk about self-loathing. You see, that's why they want to destroy democracy, because we're everything that they hate. They hate compromise and unity and understanding and progress, education, art, openness, compassion. These things that are anathema to them. They want division, hierarchy, the out-group, in-group, out-group. It's amazing. Democracy? My God. Multiracial, liberal democracy? They can't stand it that we're a nation of immigrants. And we've talked about this. When Trump, that asshole who squatted in the White House despite receiving fewer votes, one of the first things they did in the Immigration and Naturalization Service was take out the words, "The United States is a nation of immigrants," in the mission statement of the Immigration and Naturalization Service. Can you believe that? So that's a point of pride if you're a patriot. The United States is a nation of immigrants. We are, unless you're a Native American. And it used to be a point of pride that we're such a great country. We attract the world. The world wants to come here and want to live here, but not anymore, thanks to them. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
How do you define wokeness?
Wokeness is the destruction of normalcy and
That's painful.
How would you define it?
I think it's also anti-Americanism.
He jumps in. He's got to rescue her. It's the destruction of normalcy and it's also anti-Americanism. It's super duper califragilisticexpialidocious. Also, if you ask me. I can define it. You see, I'm very articulate. It is anti-smell, smelly and visual cues. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you're feeling quite atrocious, that's what it is.
Are those kids being taught that?
It's anti-American. See, it's everything. It's the destruction of normalcy. It's anti-American.
America isn't worth fighting and dying for.
Oh, that's not woke, right? That's what so that's woke too. It's the destruction of normalcy and anti-Americanism, which says that America isn't worth dying and fighting for. Now, these people have never worn the uniform of this country. I can guarantee you that. But America isn't worth fighting and dying for? Is it worth putting a little stupid piece of cloth over your face? Oh, and the reason I'm saying, listen, it gets better.
America isn't worth fighting and dying for. It's a great country. It's the greatest country in the history of the world.
It's
And I would say,
Listen,
I would say that
It's the
attacks on our American way of life is wokeism.
our American way of
Probably
life.
though, like Al Qaeda attacks American life. Are they woke?
Well, maybe in some ways, but there are probably some similarities. There are probably so many similarities.
So this is seeping into everywhere. It's
Everywhere.
In our schools. Like just a couple weeks ago, the governor of Washington, he
Washington?
signed legislation mandating
Legislation? She
LGBT
reminds me of-
history be taught in K-12 schools.
She-
So now these kids.
She reminds me of Christina from the jacuzzi bath fitter. With the upspeak. Listen.
Schools in Washington are
Washington.
forced to learn about like drag queens and Dylan Mulvaney and stuff.
Drag queens.
And that's obviously not something that we would see here in Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana.
They would.
Yes, you do.
Nancy,
I'm saying you're not going to see it being legislated into by the governor, for example, right?
Being forced to.
She's such a scintillating speaker.
So
Actually, I speak vote who requires a diversity of viewpoints, which I suppose would include the teaching of.
I can't hear you on your
You hear this bitch? I can hear the guy. Listen to him. I can't hear you for your mask. I wish somebody would say to them, "Oh, you can't hear me for my mask." You don't know why he's wearing a mask. He could have a sickness. Maybe he has a pre-existing condition. He has something. He doesn't want to get sick. And isn't that his choice? Freedom to wear a mask if he wants to wear a mask. But I wish somebody would ask them, when you talk about fighting and dying for America, the men who stormed the beaches of Normandy, they gave their lives for their fellow Americans. But would you wear a stupid piece of cloth on your face for your fellow Americans? No, because you're not patriotic. They co-opt patriotism. They have hijacked patriotism.